Hello, welcome to my home classroom. You can see some of the things on the wall from my classes recently. I want to give you a full look and a deep dive into my newest class that I'm offering in June. It's Japanese Patterns and Designs, and I'm really looking forward to it. It is going to be available starting in the first week of June in person, but I'm also offering it digitally. So it'll be in the form of videos that you can watch on demand whenever you want, and then printable PDFs as well. And I'm going to have a supply box as well for you if you would like. So I'm going to show you every little thing that's in the class, um, and there will be the same whether it's in person or digital. But I also, before we get started, want to let you know that July and August, I'm going to have summer classes available in person and live online. So I would be live on Zoom with your kids. I can see and talk to them. So anyone can enjoy these classes. So for the summer, we're doing miniature impressionist museums. So we're going to be making some museums with foam board, and they get to decorate the walls and decide where the inner walls are going to be and all that. And then each week we're going to talk about an impressionist artist, and they're going to recreate the artwork, whether it's paintings or I'm going to have some things to simulate glass, and then also some ceramics that I'm really looking forward to sharing with them. And so each week they'll make little miniature artworks, and then they will put them on the walls and decide where it's going to be. We'll also talk about museum flow and how to set up an art exhibit, how to curate. So we'll be talking about a lot of different things as they enjoy making these. So that's going to be in the summer, in person and live online. And after that, we go right into another year of CAT Academy, which is Kids Art Tour Academy. And I will take care of your art for the whole year. So if you're homeschooling and deciding what you're going to do with art with your kids stresses you out, let me take care of that. In person and live online as well. So this year we're going to look at illustrators, and I'm really excited about that. So we're thinking like Beatrix Potter, N.C. Wyeth, James Gurney, who did the Dinotopia, and we were going to pull from each artist different things, their techniques and things that they've used, and we're going to have art projects to go along with it. So looking forward to that very much. So that will also be in person online. Now the summer classes and the CAT Academy is not on my website yet. So if you're interested in learning, getting alerts, join my email list. It should be a link on this description right here of this video. So join the list if you want notifications. So let's get into my Japanese box. I'm really excited to share it with you. I'm going to switch my camera because I'm going to have everything on the table for you. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I'm really big on handouts. So I like to do a lot of handouts so the kids can see everything and read everything. So we'll have 7 lessons in the digital class. There will be 4 classes in the in-person, but everyone's going to get everything. Okay, so I just decided to divide up the digital class a little more. So that would be a little pieced apart a little bit to give your kid time to do the things. So this is lesson 1. We're going to talk about the ocean waves, and we have lots of examples of those. The thing I love about these patterns, they're really simple, but there's so many variations. The kids are going to have fun with that. And then we're also going to talk about the 7 jewels, which is this really cool circular pattern. We can do that. And then when we do those patterns, we're going to do these tiles. You may have seen these. So I've got these little foam tiles, and we're going to draw and paint on them. And we're going to really enjoy that. So I tell you, this was really fun to do. This might not just be for kids. You might enjoy this. To just kind of sit and relax. There's something relaxing about this. You're not having to do anything representational. You don't have to draw anything. These are just really nice shapes that you can just decide how you want to do them. So we've got that. And then the next class, we're going to do the hemp leaf. And your child will also be able to see lots of examples for how we still use these patterns today. And then we're going to look at some ancient examples because they have been around for many, many, many years. And then we're also going to do the scales pattern, which is also triangles and then also the scales. And then we're going to do the tiles again. So we're going to pick out some cool colors and do these again. And that's lesson 2. Lesson 3, this one might be my favorite. There's 3 little doodads that go with this, and you will see them, here you just have the one, the plum. So it's the pine, bamboo, and plum, and you'll see lots of variations of it. So this will start to open up some really different patterns for your kids to enjoy. And this one, we're going to make pottery. So one of these, the first part of this lesson will be just making the pottery with air dry clay. And then the second part is we get to paint them and have fun with, any of these elements. And you can see the elements we've already used. So this is the hemp leaf, and this is, what did I call it? I can't remember. I don't have them all memorized yet. The waves. So super fun to do. That's why I say, I really enjoy doing these. This is not just for kids. You might want to get this box and just have some fun. So that's lesson 3. Let's put those there. And then lesson 4, we're going to look at how they get combined. Your kids are going to start to be able to pick these out. You're going to see these patterns everywhere on Pottery Now, dishes now for your kitchen and things like that, and fabric. And so they're going to be able to see how they're combined. Here's the plum with the circles, and here are the waves with plum, bamboo. And so this is the one that we're going to use the fabric with. And I'll show you a little bit in a minute, some of the things that I'll have in person and some of the things that I'm offering in the supply box for your child. So we're going to paint on the fabric. And at this point, they can use anything that we've seen in the past for the last 3 lessons, or combine them and just have a fun time painting on the fabric. And then on lesson 5, I don't have a handout right now for that, but I'm going to show them how to take, we'll take like 4 tiles and how they can make a repeating pattern. You draw on them 4 tiles, and then you move them around to where then you draw again, and they overlap, and there's a whole system for it. And then that's how you make a repeating pattern, and then we'll use it. And then lesson 6 might be one of my favorite things. I kind of feel like 6 and 7, I didn't mean to do that, but is kind of the grand finale. So lesson 6, they get to create their own Japanese shop. They get to name it. They get to decide what the colors are going to be. Oh, this is just really thick. So this is one I did. So you can decide the color, the main color, and your supporting colors. And then you get to decide what kind of products you're going to have in your shop. And then we look at some Japanese storefronts, give them some examples. Lots of examples. We need ideas. And then they're going to have a chance to draw out their storefront. So they create this store for themselves, and they decide what they want to put in the store. And then lesson 7 is making all the fun things for their store. So I have a lot of product examples here. I found this super cute little bag. It's called a knot bag. And they actually wrap their gifts with fabric. Super cool. So you can design fabric, kimonos, of course, and just anything you can think of. Here's some more pottery ideas, blankets, pillows, things like that. And then we're going to talk about creating a collection. So a group of items that looks like they go together because we're matching colors and similar patterns together. Now we can mix and match, but they certainly look like they go together because they're tied together with the color. So we're going to talk about that. And then the kids are going to come up with their collection. And so this is where they get to paste their items. So I did this the other day. So we do talk about, again, the collection having similar elements that tie these pieces together. And I have lots of little printouts that they will enjoy, and it will be part of their shop. So those are the details for our class. Now, let me go through things that are in the box. If you do the digital class, there are some things that you can get through this with shopping. You can get these items, that's fine. But if you don't want to have to shop, if you don't want to have to prepare or print out all these handouts, I will do it for you. So the box is available, you just have to add it on to the digital access. So let me show you everything that you're going to get if you get the box. So obviously you're getting these printouts. Now this is on watercolor paper. If your child wants to paint their collection, you will want something that can handle paint, the water. So in the box, I will print these out on watercolor paper and your child can cut them out and paint them. They don't have to use paint. They can use pencil or markers and you can just print these out on cardstock, but I will have them printed for you on watercolor paper. Now, all of the handouts, I will hole punch and your child will get a little binder from me. And then as they go through all of these lessons, they can put them in the binder. And then they'll have them there because later on, when they're doing the tiles or they're doing their designs for their Japanese shop, then they can flip through and get some ideas because I have lots of products here, lots of pictures for them to pull from and get ideas. So they're going to have that. You're going to get everything printed out on nice paper. This is not going to be regular printer paper. This is going to be bright white and nice thick paper for them. So make it special. And the things that need to be on cardstock will be on cardstock. So all these printouts will come hole punched and ready for you. I will also put everything in a bag. Lesson 1 will be in the lesson 1 bag. Lesson 2 will be in the lesson 2 bag. So it will be all organized for you. And all the supplies that go with each lesson, as much as I can. Some things won't fit in the bag, but I will have them together for you. So you just pull it out, and I will probably have a little sheet in front to just let you know what you're going to need. So that way it's easier and simpler for you. So I've got the papers done. In addition to everything as well, there will be some fun activities, and I'll print all these out for you as well. You will get these in digital form if you don't get the box, and the kids will have access to this in person. So we've got haiku poem, and everything is kind of Japanese themed. We have a word search, a maze, Mount Fuji themed maze. We have a koi fish maze. And then we have a couple little collages. The kids can cut out kitchen items and create a kitchen scene. So we have a shelf, a couple shelves and a window, and then all kinds of Japanese items that they can put on the shelves and just have fun making their own kitchen. And then we have a Zen garden design, which is along the same lines. This is a sample, but they will get the background and then they can cut out and paste the grass, the mountains, and then all the little garden things. So just some fun Japanese themed items for them to do activities. And again, if you get the box along with the digital access, I'll have all these printed for you ready to go. Your child will just pull them out and start. You won't have to do anything for it. So as far as art supplies go, this is what they will get. I'll have some really thick paper so that they can make some stencils for themselves, because one of the classes, I think, we can use it for this one, but they would cut out their own and like trace them, and then they would paint. So I'll have that for them. I'll also give you a painting tray, a set of brushes, a glue stick for the activities, and then you'll get some air dry clay. You'll get more than this, but you'll get enough to make a couple little items like that. And then plenty of the boards, because these are so fun. Probably want to do several of them. So I'll give several of these to you, as much as we'll fill in the box. And then I have some really special pens for them. So sometimes when you want to make a thin line, doing it with a little brush, even though I have some little brushes here, it's hard to do. So sometimes the pen is perfect. So I have a black pen that they can do line, and I have a white pen, which is really, really handy. I really enjoyed using that. So did I use it on here? Oh, you know what? I think I used the brush on here. And I was like, boy, I wish I had my pen with me. So this would have been a lot better. with this pen. I also have a gold pen. So I don't know if you can see the metallic on here. You have to have a little bit of gold with the Japanese stuff. Let's see, oh yeah, I put it on this one too. Maybe you can see it a little bit. The gold right there. So this has a really nice tip on it as well. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. And there we go. So you can get some detail there. And that'll work on your pottery pieces and the boards. Maybe the fabric. I haven't tried it on the fabric yet. So you get that. Also, I am hiring my son to 3D print these patterns. So some of these patterns are kind of difficult to do well, to measure out or to use rulers or whatever, but you don't have to. So I've got patterns all ready for your kids. And this, you can do the waves, and then you can make ever how many you want, any circles, a large and a small of the hemp. There's going to be some more. I'm still figuring out all the patterns that I want to get, and then some of the cute flowers, aka plum. So these will be really hard to find. I don't know if you'll be able to find them online, and if you do, it won't be cheap because you'll be buying like a set of, this and a set of that. So I will have these for you in the box, ready to go. So probably some of these. I'm still working on a triangle one. I haven't settled quite yet, but I'll take care of that for you as well. Oh, and I also am going to include a white pencil, super handy for tracing these on the board. After you've painted your dark color in the background, then you can start drawing things out with this pencil, and it makes it really easy to then just follow your lines and paint them. So I'm including all of these little things that will make their artwork so much nicer and special. Also, I'm giving you paint, and you can choose what set of paint you want if you get the box. So the first set is going to be my blue set, which gives you, let me make some room here. I'm getting messy. This gives you several nice shades of blue, super pretty, and greens. And then I'm going to add some complementary colors. We got this really nice red and this yellow, and you'll get a white as well. So these colors, well, aside from the green, these are the ones I used for this really nice color. And when they go to paint on the boards, it covers really well. It's so much better than tempera. So this is acrylic. So you know your child. You'll want them to be wearing something that you wouldn't be upset if it got paint on. So you'll get all these paints if you choose the blue one. I also have a pink version that you can get. Oh, did I mention a glue stick? I think I did. I can't remember. So instead of the blues and greens, you'll have light and dark pink and a purple and a lavender. And then instead of the red, you'll have a blue. So you'll have kind of like, we're also going to talk about colors on the color wheel. Analogous colors, which are colors that are really close to each other, and then complements that are across the color wheel. So you'll have your paints. I really can't think of anything that you won't have that you'll need other than like water. I'm not going to be shipping that to you, and maybe like some paper towels. But you should have everything that you need. So I think that's everything for the box. So if you are interested in these boxes, let me change my screen here. Give me a second. So this is my website. I have to add it first. Okay, so if you go to my website, RebeccaFinch.com, you scroll down just a little bit, you're going to see this. And then you have both classes here. This is your in-person class, and this is the digital class. I'm just going to click on digital because I imagine most people will be needing the digital. So the access gives you access for your whole household. Doesn't matter how many kids you have in the house, 65, and it's for 7 lessons. So that's less than $10 a lesson if you have one child. If you have more than one child, It's really a really good deal, actually. So it is a pre-order. I'm going to have them ready hopefully by June 15th, and I will, if something happens and we're delayed a little bit, I will let you know. So it's going to be videos and PDFs that you can print. And you can see some of the things that come with it that I already showed you. And here is where you will add a supply box if you want, a blue or a pink supply box. And you just add the digital access and the box. Now, if you have more than one child, you can have $15 off the next box and all throughout. So say you have 3 children, add the digital access, add your first box, and then all the rest of the boxes that you need, you can have it $15 off. Oh, I was going to say something. Oh, yes. There's enough supplies for one child. So you will probably want more than one box if you have more than one child. So there that is. Oh, and if anyone is in Florida, I am a provider for Step Up for Students, and that is in the marketplace. You can search Kids Art Tour and you can find me there. That's for homeschoolers in Florida. So we have all the information here. You can see more pictures. And I have a lot of questions here that if you have questions, you can have them answered here. I'm gearing it to normally from ages 9 to 18, but you know your child. I've had kids 6 years old do some of my online courses. So you got to see what it all entailed. And I find that kids will see it and learn at their level. They will latch on to something. They're going to learn something for sure. And then the older kids do it at their level. And if you're an adult and you want to try this out, you'll do it at your level. I think there's something for everybody to grab onto and to enjoy, for sure. So I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But if you're interested in there we go. If you're interested also in the summer classes and Cat Academy, join the email list, and then you'll get email notifications when they are available. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will go live here and there a few more times. Let me know if you have any questions. You can comment here, or you can message me on Facebook, Instagram. I think you can message me on YouTube. If not, go to my website. You can contact me there. So I didn't put this up. I'm going to put this up just for a second. So it's RebeccaFinch.com. If you only do that, you'll be fine. Just scroll down and click. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend and you consider taking this class with me because I think your kids are really going to enjoy it. So have a lovely rest of your weekend and I will see you later. Bye.